trying to simplify our world. Nothing about the world in which we live is simple. Nothing is straightforward. Nothing is black and white. Whether we're talking about the physical laws underlying the universe, the biological and evolutionary processes that determine life on Earth, or the complex psychosocial world of human behaviour, everything is very messy and everything is very complicated. Part of the scientific method involves simplifying certain complex processes so that they can be partially understood. For example, in order to model complex processes such as weather patterns or climate, simplifications are made. It's impossible to account for every variable, so some attempt is made to identify the most important factors. In experimental science, hypotheses are tested under controlled conditions as much as possible. This means that conditions are created in which only one or a few variables at least can influence the outcome of the experiment. This is an attempt to exclude the many thousands of other factors that can influence events in uncontrolled conditions. Science always arrives at a simplified view of reality. This is a necessary and constructive process, without which we'd be floundering in the chaos that is reality. Human beings take the same approach in the psychological realm. We generalize and simplify. We give things names and we group them together. Consider an object with 4 legs supporting a level platform above the ground. There are a vast number of such objects, and it would be utter chaos if every single one of them had to be assigned its own unique name. So we generalize. We draw out common features, and all such objects we designate by the term table. We're even able to accommodate objects with fewer legs or more legs under the same term, and this is a very useful exercise. Nevertheless, having carried out this procedure, we don't then draw the incorrect conclusion that all tables are the same. Nor do we think that we've completely and comprehensively defined an object by calling it a table. Is it a wooden table, or a plastic table, or a metal table? Is it round? Is it square? How long is it? How high is it? What colour is it? We're able to accommodate these differences and acknowledge and value these nuances within the framework of the word table. When it suits us, we can do that. But we can also choose not to. Racism, sexism, and other isms are cases in which we choose not to. They are also ways in which we seek to simplify our world. In such cases, we choose to ignore or devalue the differences and nuances and convince ourselves that all tables are the same. Once a table, always a table. A table never changes its spots. You can never trust a table. I'm not a furniturist, but it's not fair that tables get all the tablecloths. We need structure in our world, and names and categories help us to provide some of that structure. Unfortunately, we abuse such structures when it suits us, when it becomes convenient to ignore difference and nuance, maybe to score political points. I'm not even the same me from one day to the next. So it's silly in the extreme to think that all tables are the same. At its best, science recognizes that its knowledge of the world is provisional. What we know and understand today is only an approximation of what the world is really like. Furthermore, it's the exceptions, it's the counterexamples, the things that don't quite fit into our box. It's these that serve to expand our knowledge of the world. Hopefully that can be applied to the world of our relationships, to the human world, to our psychosocial world, as well as to the physical realm. In the myth of the Garden of Eden, God gave to Adam the task of naming all the animals. But naming something is only the beginning, not the end, of fully understanding and appreciating it.